Development at Nuestras Raices. My title is wrong all across the documentation here. I actually want to introduce the person who is the true brains behind the operation, who's here also. It is our Executive Director, Hilda Roque. She is over here if you have questions. She is the brains, I am the mouth. So, and I can write. And that's one of the reasons that I do a lot of communicating on behalf of Nuestras Raices, because you know, I have a pretty good background for this. I spent 15 years in financial services and in business, so I'm kind of excited about making a good profit. I think everybody deserves it as long as it's a fair trade here. I have my own farm. I've spent 15 years working in agriculture, and I'm in my third year at Nuestras Raices here. And I thought about this because we've got such great stories around the room. What can I tell you here that you haven't already heard? And the answer is we're in our third decade, so we've seen it all. And some of it's good, and some of it is really difficult. And but you will, I thought you might benefit from our journey to use it as a roadmap, learn from our experience here. And it's critically important. Urban agriculture is the key to expanding the local food systems to include everybody. Everybody. The world is changing. We are many colors, many cuisines, and I think that honestly the traditional agriculture has been a little bit slow to catch up, but there's plenty of room and plenty of opportunity for everybody, because everybody eats. Okay. Yes? All right, we are located in Holyoke, and all of our growing facilities are located in Holyoke. A city of 40,000, it's pretty much cleaved right down the middle between Hispanic population and the white population, and it's overwhelmingly Puerto Rican. So it's real homogeneous. In fact, Holyoke has the highest density population of Puerto Ricans off the island. So it is not like being in Massachusetts sometimes when you drive down the streets of Holyoke. It's very different. We are a Spanish-speaking organization. Another reason that I'm the mouthpiece out, because I will never have the language to fully do what other people can do at my organization. It's very authentic in that way. We run on a membership model. We have 500 miembros, and that consists of our community gardeners, tenant farmers, wonderful supporters, people who participate in different programs. The 30-acre farm that we own 6 acres ourselves. It's right on the Connecticut River. It's sweet. And we're in our 10th growing season. So plan ahead. Look ahead 10 years. If you're thinking about getting a bigger parcel, start now. Have a plan. We also lease 24-acre parcel that abuts it from the trustees of reservation. So that's the second time. Think about this. Land trusts are a good source of some acreage that you might be able to use there. We are 501c3 and a community development corporation, which has helped a lot for some of our economic development work. I'm looking at that 20 tons grown per year through our 11 community garden sites and the 30-acre farm and the tenant farmers. I think it's low, but I can stand by that number. We also run a lot of community programs, farm to school. We do environmental work. As I said, economic development, a lot of youth outreach, because they have energy and they're willing to go out in the fields when it's 90. And so that's good. We like our young people for many reasons, because they're smarter than we are and they work hard. Okay, nuestra comida, our food. We are working heavily with Frank Magan and Zorayo Barros, who are here from the University of Massachusetts, and they have connected us to the University of Puerto Rico and Mayagüez for seeds for our cultural crops. That's what we are all about. We have identified this. It is a sweet spot. There is a tremendous amount of opportunity. We have our tenant farmers. They'll lease small plots, as small as 1/8 of an acre of land, which is a little too small, up to an acre or more. And we do well when we have somewhere about maybe 7 to 15 tenant farmers. Beyond that, they start elbowing each other. It's not nice. But our finqueros, they came to Puerto Rico, to Holyoke from Puerto Rico predominantly. They have 100 years growing experience. So these are not highly educated people. These are not people who know about environmental sciences. But man, can they grow. Are they good farmers? So we are happy to create a non-interventionist model. Provide the spaces and some technical assistance and let people grow what they want to grow. We're going to let them grow it, let them price it. If they're a farmer, we stay out of the way. Our farm site is a cultural agritourism family destination today. And we have just dipped our toe in the water, and the demand is incredible for safe family areas in urban places that celebrate the different cultures of the people who are in your communities now. So we have to start thinking about local agriculture differently, because it is for everybody. And whether or not it's in the city or if it's in the rural areas, it is for everybody. And bottom line, we can't meet customer demand. These cultural crops, grandmas come in, they've got 2 big bags hanging off their arms as they're going off the field. Through the farm store, through the different farmers markets in which we participate, we can't keep the stuff in stock. So, Hilda and I, getting wise to this, are moving our ahead based on some of this. Now, then I was thinking, okay, here's a lot of happy pictures most of you cannot see. There's a little casita, which is a small garden shed, very brightly painted. Each community garden has a casita. One of them has a traditional Puerto Rican pig roast facility. This is just a happy place. Your community gardens are incredible intergenerational family gathering places. But give me one reason why it's so important, lady. Money. Money, 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 an opportunity, jobs. There are 660,000 Hispanics in Massachusetts. You expand that out and you start adding Providence and Hartford, and you're suddenly close to 2 million, and then you add New York, and it's off the charts. And this is, in terms of local agriculture, pretty much underserved and underutilized. This is a new market segment, and we're very excited about this. And let me tell you, big business is looking at this. Walmart is looking at this. Feeding Hispanics, particularly those who are what I call East Coast. They come from, West Indian, Central and South American. Boy, there's got to be some besides Goya. So there's opportunity here. So as we're thinking about, is this about a hobby for people who are privileged to have a fun garden near where they rent an apartment? No, this is business. And as a couple others have said, you can't grow all the food you need within your city limits. You just don't have enough room. So here's what you might want to, if I have one thing to teach, which is dubious. Urban ag is the foundation for your new food system, okay? Our community gardens, that's where we identified the cultural crops that the residents want to eat. These are not kale eaters, no. So the crops that we grow are ají dulce peppers, calabaza squash, a little bit of recao, it's very hard to grow, gandules, which are pigeon peas, cilantro. I mean, these are core ingredients for Puerto Rican and similar in other cultures, native accompanying cultures, for their cuisine there. So the gardens, that's where you tease it out. What do people want to eat, okay? And then after that, the produce gets shared and grown and across your neighborhoods. So it creates and it supports demand. That's very important. When you want food systems, you want to work on a truly profitable way, you have to create and support the demand. Then the farmers begin to grow and sell these new specialty crops on the urban and on the rural growing sites. So it is a progression. It is a circle. We cannot just grow in the cities, nor can we just grow in the rural environments. And so as far as I know, the other entities that are growing are Hispanic cultural crops. Farmer Dave Dumares, we knew about him, Nuestras Raices, and apparently some guy in Hatfield. And that's all I know. So this is an under-recognized opportunity in agriculture. As I said, we've been here we're in our third decade. So, with all these gardens and this big 30-acre farm and all this, what are you going to do now? Well, it's hard what we want to do now. We would seek $1 million. We want $1 million, and with that money, we can spin off our farm. And that farm can be 100% self-sustaining. We can explode the cultural crop development, significantly train new cultural crop growers, because people don't know how to grow this stuff. It's all season extended. It takes forever. So we have a lot to do. This is hard, but it's worth it to have the first cultural agritourism destination in Massachusetts that is safe, that is profitable, and it's going to be owned by the workers. So we are excited about this. We hope we can put it together. Probably not before Monday, but we are working on it. And I guess my takeaway for you all is, listen, there's little precedent for urban agriculture in Massachusetts that's on our scale. So you got to get going. You got to catch up to us. We need help. We're the only ones out there that are on this scale. If you need to learn from our experience, contact us. But thank you and welcome. Thank you.